Uh, all right. DSG says, "Hey, Woolies per minute and micro skills. Watching a trailer for a new RTS game in one of the many events said, uh, unlike other RTS games, this one doesn't focus on APM. And I'm reminded of how damaging the perception of needing high APM has been for RTS titles, despite it
Oh,
being
terrible.
more of a skill for pros that have mastered the game, and other skills are more important to learn. That online, most people you'll play against don't have high APM, and that strategy can trump APM even if one player has twice the APM. Actions per minute is what that means, by the way. What are other damaging misconceptions you faced with genres when trying to convince others to give them a chance, or that you've had about a genre that you haven't tried much of?
Bro, I can't do the combo trials in
Combos.
Street Fighter. I should just give up.
The combos are the biggest like thing that makes people think you have to do them and that they're a detriment if you can't. And because so much of what you're looking at any given moment is somebody doing a combo to someone else, the thought that this is the thing I must be doing might scare somebody away that actually doesn't realize you don't need to do combos actually.
Yeah, like learning good combos is the difference between like platinum and diamond. Whereas most players, you know what? Learning how to defend yourself from a tick throw would actually result in a way bigger skill improvement than learning an optimized combo.
I mean, combos are how you win in fighting games. No,
No.
no, fundamentals are how you win. And the thing that more or less breaks down into is like if you can't. A lot of the times, combos scale off in damage because the longer and fancier they get, it's still meant to not be the round-winning decision. You know, if the best thing you can do after you block a Shoryuken is just throw the guy, then just throw the guy, right?
Yeah, do it.
But the most important part about that was that you blocked the Shoryuken because you thought it might happen. So it's more like if you just the fundamental thing is essentially just learning how to be like, oh, like I think he might throw a fireball right now. Let me jump over it, you know, or let me wait. Let me not press anything right now. Let me see if he does something that I can punish him for. You know, oh, he's about to die. His life is real low. He's got level 3. He's probably gonna do a wake up to level 3. Let me see if he does it. Wake up level 3. Ah, I blocked it. Awesome. Now let me just hit him with whatever I've got. And it doesn't have to be a big combo, but those decisions are what matter more. So I would say so. That's a big perception. They're super fun to do, and once you get better at the game, you learning how to do them will add a lot of fun and value to your experience. But in terms of just thinking you must do them right away, that's a misperception.
Ridiculous.
That scares people away, and it shouldn't.
It's one of those things that happens in 14 where, yeah, optimizing your rotation is nice. Don't die. Not dying is the biggest source of loss of damage of all you can possibly go with. Yeah, you could have squeaked out one more attack, but you're dead now. And you'll never be able to make up that time loss, ever.
Not being there is worse than being there and doing poorly.
And being slightly worse.
I would say I have my perception on the other side from of FPS games is I feel like if I can't trace properly, and or like get good at instant like hit scan, you know, accuracy and things like that, that's detrimental to my ability to play a lot of first person shooters. I think it depends, of course, if you're PvE versus PvP. If I'm talking about Doom, that's a very different story compared to like an Overwatch type situation. But Overwatch in teams is where I kind of learned like, oh fuck, like me doing aiming practice, you know, and stuff, and all these little tracing exercises and things was like, I'm like, I didn't even know about the skills I didn't have, you know, going into this, and that shit was intimidating, definitely. I forgot what that website was that lets you like it's a you know training room environment, but it lets you set it to emulate any FPS, and like it'll feel and follow the you know the relative rules and controls and stuff of like given you know if you're playing Overwatch or Counter Strike or whatever, and then learn to trace a moving object while you're moving and all that shit, you know.
Trying to think of anything
Aim
else for
labs.
this.
Aim labs.
Yeah, any like a lot of the as a general, like I mean, we mentioned FPS and fighting games, but just like thinking that in order to succeed at any level requires a extremely high level of expertise out the gate is self-defeating and ridiculous. Like learning baby steps is actually more important than the big super good steps. Like I totally agree with the email as well. I think RTS and APM is probably the worst. Like that killed me off of playing StarCraft 2 way back in the day. Because like I would like watch like day 9 shit and then I would watch like how to get good at StarCraft and it would just be light years beyond what I was capable of doing.
That's so funny because my StarCraft experience was just like story mode and then versus against my neighbor and the kids I went to church with and my cousin and brother, you know, like we just played amongst each other. And so I never had any concept of online high level play skill, anything. It was just, what can I do to beat fucking Hardy? You know what I mean? Like, how can I stop his shit with my Protoss? Okay, cool. He's doing this, I'm gonna do that. And like everyone just kind of winging it. No pressure in that situation whatsoever. Just basement play, you know?
Yeah.
All right, last one.
It would be nice to see more RTS games that were fucking more chill. Like, you know what? I disagree with it now, and for fighting games it's different, but I understand why Capcom was like, no, slower Street Fighter is better. It's chiller and more relaxed. It's not as exciting.
I mean, I learned how much. I mean, I talked many times about my whole Warcraft 3 experience and getting overwhelmed, but I also learned that I really enjoyed turn-based strategies, like
oh yeah, it's great,
a good bit more, because of the fact that they were turn-based and they gave me a chance to kind of, you know, chess piece play as opposed to pressure play, you know. And it's the feeling I get. The things I didn't like about active time battle, but I do prefer about just a regular turn-based thing, is like I like being able to, you know, plan my turn a lot more, and then finding out about like Hybrid Heaven taught me that, you know, and then Advance Wars and those games, and I was like, oh, I enjoy this a lot more actually than when it's real time, you know.